Well, good Sunday morning. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to this week's Community Focus. I profiled Urban Holistics in the past about a lot of the different things that they're doing in our community. And joining me right now is the Webb of Urban Holistics to talk about some exciting expansions you guys have announced recently. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me in Urban Holistics, Jaden. We're so excited to be on with you today.
And I think there's excitement all around because you guys acquired a new piece of land. And I remember talking with Sonia McNair as well about this. This has been something you guys have been trying to do for a while, and it's really exciting news for you.
It's huge news for us, actually. It's been taking about 3 years for us to own the deed to this land. And, we have the land bank to thank in helping us with obtaining ownership of it. But yes, it's been about 3 years. And so now, being that we own the land, we can excitingly say that we're now a USDA farm.
And that really is quite the title for people that don't really know much about this work. But what does your work entail? Because you guys do things for youth and you also do people for that surrounding neighborhood that you guys are in. And just to give people some perspective, over by City Park in Toledo.
Yeah, so Urban Holistics is a local nonprofit that is rooted in educating and providing access to holistic green spaces. So what does a holistic green space look like, right? It looks like coming and the first part about it is a farm and creating and growing space for growing produce. But we also, the programming, as you mentioned, is for youth and teaching them how to do the things with the produce that we grow on that space. So, the youth program, the first one we have right now is called Farm to Product. Or farm to table, which means following the whole length of from planting from a seed in the soil on the farm, all the way to utilizing it to make dry the herb, to make a tea, or utilizing it to put in our smoothies with tons of different fresh fruits, vegetables, and herbs. So, and then of course the education that comes with why it's so important to be healthy, how to do it in your neighborhood, and then finally creating some job and career sustainability within all of that.
And those really are important things. And also just to have kids be able to just go out and do something like this, because I know in our current world, technology and streaming, but to actually be able to just get out there and do something like this and really get connected to nature. Why would you say that's important for kids to be able to have that opportunity?
Well, first and foremost, particularly in an urban setting, it's not something that most people, let alone youth, have access to. So if you think about kids that, especially if they're walking to school or if they may walk to the store, you're not seeing a space where you can go and learn about being in the soil. You're not going to walk by a space where you may be able to learn some things about the fresh produce or even have access to it. So accessibility is the first piece of that. But then also it's about the education component for the whole entire family. So teaching the entire family about why holistic practices are important. And then also giving them that space, like I said, accessibility to that space to even do what we're saying is so important. What you put in your body really matters. And spending time outside with the earth, with the fresh air, with all of the elements is so helpful to our body, not only mentally, physically, but emotionally as well. And so it's a full body experience. And so not only is it your space, but it's good for yourself as well.
For sure. And there has been a lot of support from the community along the way. And you guys even had the support of former Congressman Tim Ryan, who was actually in Toledo to take a look at some of the work that you guys are doing. So if there's anyone that's watching right now and wants to be a part of this effort, wants to help, what is the best way they can go about doing that?
So if you would love to be a part of what we do, you're more than welcome to come to the site, 1209 City Park Avenue, Toledo 43604, Or you can go to urbanholistics.org, email us at urbanholistics@gmail.com if you need more information before you come out and visit or want to be a part of the program.
Well, this is definitely some great work. And I know as the weather gets warmer, this is definitely going to be a nice opportunity to just be out in the garden, just be able to enjoy a neighborhood in Toledo, getting dirty, getting in the ground. This is definitely a program for that, for sure. So Sierra Webb of Urban Holistics, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Jaden.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And that's this week's Community Focus. Have a great week.